Hi everyone, hope you've had a great Christmas despite Blackpool's best efforts to ruin it for us all. It's always a hard Christmas, we should know this by now. Younger fans, you can ask your granddad, you can ask your dad, what to expect at Christmas, and generally it's defeats for Blackpool. We don't very often win over Christmas. We probably have. I can't remember the last time it was that we actually won over Christmas, but occasionally we do, but most times it's like a curse for us, and it's been the same this year. It's been really hard to take. In fact, I think this is one of the hardest I've ever had to take. It's just been really painful. Huddersfield was painful. I thought we were going to win in the second half. We looked like the team most likely to score, and why Jordan Gabriel chose to go in so hard with a player who wasn't even on the pitch. He was just slightly off the pitch. I've watched it a few times. It was definite sending off. I don't think either of his bookings were necessary. On his first booking, the guy crossed it in to nobody really, didn't he? It was a pointless one, but hopefully he's learned from that. But it did cost us because the substitutions that we made took off our strike force, took off any threat we had, and Huddersfield could just pile on the pressure and, of course, eventually get both goals, and it was really hard to watch. Wednesday was really painful, and if you were there, you'll know. If you've watched the videos, you'll know it was one of the most painful things that I've ever seen. Blackpool were giving as good as they got. We're playing really well. We'd actually got the match on, in spite of the fact we had COVID problems. We had kids on the bench, and we were, very honourable, and we put the game on. And I thought we had a referee that once again give us nothing. It just honestly give us now. There was a bit of a penalty shout. Could have been a penalty if you'd have had a referee for once that actually saw something our way. Even I would just once in my life actually like to see a Homer ref. Do they actually exist? Is there such a thing as a Homer ref? Because we never get them. But another referee could have given us a penalty there. We hit the post. It was looking like we were never going to get the equaliser. I had my head in my hands and just thought, just wait, this, time's running out. It's not going to happen. They brought Mitchell on as a substitution, and I thought, that's not going to make any difference. But it did, we got a goal, and it was a great strike from Lavery, come off the inside of the post. Bloomfield Road going absolutely wild. And of course, and more or less with the last kick of the match, Middlesbrough, took all 3 points. It was crazy, really. Husband putting a ball across to Mitchell, who, in his defence, had only just come on. For me, Husband just send it long, send it up into the corner, try and get Gary Medine on it to hold it up there, waste a bit of time, as he does so well, and that would have never happened, and we'd have all taken a draw, even though I actually thought we deserved to win, if I'm being honest. But the football gods don't really shine on us over Christmas, so it was to be expected, but it was really, really hard. It was hard to watch them all celebrating, and it was hard to put the ending scene together, walking through the Middlesbrough fans and just seeing them celebrate. But I felt that bad that I thought that's about as bad an ending as I could probably do. It kind of mirrors the game for me, that they're all celebrating, and I didn't think they should have been, and I didn't think they should have been celebrating coming out. So hopefully this time I'm going to have a much happier video, and we're going to get a win. We really need this win. I'm really sorry, Hull fans. I know you need it too. But maybe, just maybe, because you're going to put a few kids in, it gives us a bit of a chance, and we can get 3 points we so desperately need. I hope Critchley plays a team with wingers and goes at them, and we have a go at this because we need the win. I wasn't really keen on the way we played, but I understand, there was problems with the COVID and there's only so many players, but I didn't like to see 3 wingers on the bench. I've got to be honest on Wednesday, and I just don't think that's our best way to play. I keep saying it, bowlers are, for me, I know a lot of people probably will disagree with me and say that he loses the ball, but for me, he's the most exciting player we've got. Bowler creates things. I'd love to see him on the left side of the pitch, if I'm being honest. He's left-footed. I'd love to see Crits just switch it now and again. In fact, that's what I wanted really on Wednesday. I wanted to see CJ Hamilton come on for those last few minutes with his pace, put him on the right, and just switch bowler onto the left and just change it. Just change the game. And I think we'd see more from bowler if he was crossing the ball with his left. He could go on the outside of players instead of keep having to cut on the inside, and it would be just nice to see him switch over now and again. Jane and I went to Hull earlier in the season. We did a football tourist guide. You can watch that. There'll be a link up there for you to click on and take a look at it. We had a great time. Hull was absolutely fantastic. We made a lot of friends in Hull, but sorry Hull, really need to beat you this time. It was a tough game at Hull, if I'm being honest, as well, because we were winning with 10 minutes to go. Hull got a man sent off.
Let's go, that's 10 men.
They equalised with 10 men, and that was one of those games where that was another sickener. Not quite as bad as it was on Wednesday, but it was bad enough.
Blackpool get hold of this ball. It's been coming now. It's been coming.
Can we win? We need to win, don't we? We need to get 3 points on the board. We've been in a very tricky patch where we could get quite easily sucked down into the relegation zone. I think we're good enough to not get sucked in. We're playing well enough, but we're playing well and losing, and it can all change. You can start playing bad and losing, and the confidence goes out of the team. So fingers crossed we can get this. We can get a win.